Good morning, students. So today I am going to discuss about cilia and flagella. So cilia and the flagella, all of you know that these are locomotory organs. These organs are helping in the process of locomotion. And more or less the cilia and the flagella, these are thin, fine thread-like structure which are developing from the outer surface of the cell. So both are helping in the process of locomotion. Now we will discuss what are the difference between cilia and flagella. Cilia, the number of cilia per cell is 300 to 1400. So the number is very large. Whereas the flagella, the number is only 1 to 4. So the number is very less flagella. Whereas the cilia, because it is found all over the body of the organism or all over the surface of the cell, so the number is very large. Now if you consider the size of the cilia and the flagella, then cilia are smaller and it is 5 to 20 micrometer. The length is only 5 to 20 micrometer, whereas the flagella, they are very longer, and their length is 100 to 200 micrometer. They occur throughout the cell surface. As I told you, all around the cell or all around the body of the organism. For example, suppose you take paramecium, then all over the body you can see the cilia, they are distributed. Whereas the flagella, they are found at one end of the cell. So any one end of the cell you can see the flagella that is present. They beat in a coordinated rhythm. All the cilia together in a coordinated way, the beating, so that is taking place. So they all are functioning together as a single unit and they are beating in a coordinated fashion. Whereas the flagella can beat independently. Now if the number of the flagella is more than one, then also they will not beat in a coordinated way as the cilia is beating. So they beat independently. Now the next difference is that they produce the sweeping stroke. As all of you have seen that while sailing the boat we are using oar, and with that we are pushing the water backward so that the boat can move forward. Similarly, the cilia is also producing the sweeping stroke, just like the oar, and whereas the flagella, it is producing undulatory motion. So that is the wave-like motion. Like for example, suppose you are taking one long strong thread, then you hold one end of the thread and you just beat. Then it can produce a wave-like motion. So that kind of the motion is called undulatory motion. Then what is the function of the cilia? Cilia is helping in locomotion, in the movement of the organism or the cell, and even in some organisms, for example, suppose you take the paramecium. Paramecium, you have seen that if this is paramecium, then you can see there is one opening is there. That opening is called gullet. So gullet serve as mouth. So that is the place through which the organism or the paramecium can take food. So in this place also the cilia which are present, now they are moving inward. They are moving inside. So as they are moving inside, so they are helping for the entry of the food into the cytoplasm or into the body of the organism. So either cilia is helping in the process of locomotion or it is helping to take the food. Whereas the flagella is helping only in locomotion. It is not helping in taking any food material into the body of the cell or the organism. Only it is helping the organism to move from one place to another place. And cilia, so that is smooth. Because cilia is the diameter, so that is less than flagella. And you can see the diameter, so that is running parallel. Whereas in case of the flagella, one end, the base will be broad and the apex will be narrow. So here you can see the surface is smooth, but here both is possible. Either you can find out the flagella, so that is smooth, it is having a smooth surface, or sometimes you can find out there are small bristle-like structure are also present, and these bristle, these are called flimmers. So these are all the difference between cilia and flagella. Now we will discuss about structure of cilia and flagella. So they are having a common type of the structure, both the cilia and the flagella, and both are having 9+2 arrangement. So here you can find out there is a outer covering is there. So that covering is called protoplasmic sheath, and inside you can find out the microtubule or the filaments are there, and these filaments are called axial filaments. The arrangement is called 9+2 because 2 fibril they are present in the center, and the 9, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the 9 peripheral fibril are present, and in the center you can find out they are 2 in number. So the arrangement that is called 9+2, and 9+2 arrangement that is same in case of the cilia as well as in flagella. So here you see in the diagram, in the center there are 2 fibril are there, and these 2 fibril they are connected with the help of the cross bridge. So in each microfibril you can see they are 2 in numbers, just like this. One is called A and another is called B. So the A that is found towards the inner side, whereas the B is found towards the outer side. And these 2 fibrils they are made up of protein which is called tubulin. Alright. So towards the periphery you can find out the each pair. They are in pair. So one is called as the A, another is called the B. Then on the surface of A there are 2 spoke-like structure are projecting, and they are 2 in number. So there is no such projections on B. It is only present on A. One is towards the inner side, another is towards the outer side. So here in the peripheral fibril, now here you see in the diagram, each one is having 2 projections. One is inner and another is the outer. Okay. So this inner one that is connected to B. The inner one, so that is developing from A microfibril, and it is connected to the B with the help of a protein which is called linker protein. So like this, here you see all the 9 peripheral fibril, they are connected to each other, and the central 2 they are also connected with the help of the cross bridge. Now this central fibril that is made up of the protein which is called dynein, and this peripheral fibril they are made up of the protein which is called tubulin. So these 2 different type of the proteins they can act as ATPase. ATPase, you know that ATPase that is the enzyme, and in the presence of the ATPase, ATP or the energy currency can be produced. Because the cilia and the flagella, these are locomotory organ, they are moving. So how they are moving? They are moving with the help of the energy which is produced by these 2 different type of the proteins. Okay. Now these peripheral fibril they are also connected to the central fibril, and the central fibril that is surrounded by a cytoplasmic covering or the sheath which is called central sheath. So from the outside also it is surrounded by a sheath which is called the flagellar sheath, and the central microtubule they are also surrounded by the central sheath. The peripheral one that is connected to the central one with the help of spoke. And all of you have seen that. For example, suppose you take one cart. In the cart in the center you can find out there is one groove is there, and the peripheral part of the cart is there. If the central portion is moving, then automatically the peripheral part which is connected to the central one, so that is also moving. Now similarly here also you see, now this peripheral fibril they are connected to the central one with the help of the spoke. If the central one is rotating, the central part is rotating, then automatically the peripheral fibril which are connected to it, they are also rotating. So this is the way how the cilia and the flagella they are beating.